A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Arlene Katagman and I will be reporting about characteristics of philosophy of education. Okay. Okay. Education without philosophy is blind and philosophy without education is invalid. Okay, it means education without philosophy is sort of like being educated on things but not knowing the reason why or the importance of such. It leads to using your education for the wrong things and makes you blindly learn without a motive, thus making your decision useless. Okay, and philosophy without education is almost the same thing. But having a philosophy without understanding how certain subjects works makes philosophy senseless because philosophy is understanding topics and phenomenon on a deeper level. Understanding philosophy without education is just figuring something out on what is already on the surface. Okay, let's proceed. Let's define first what is philosophy of education. Okay, philosophy of education may be defined as the application of the fundamental principles of a philosophy of life to the work of education. Also, philosophy of education offers a definite set of principles and establishes a definite set of aims and objectives. Okay. In a simple way of understanding what is philosophy of education, it is simply the love of wisdom of education. Okay, now let's proceed to the characteristics of philosophy of education. First, it serves as the alpha and omega, or the beginning and the end of the teaching and learning. Next, it also considered with what ought to be in educational practice. Next, suggests the necessity for all educational disciplines to follow direction and philosophy to be effective and meaningful. And also, it gives direction and points of destination to the teachers, administrators, and supervisors in formulation of their educational aims and objectives to be achieved, in selecting and organizing subject matters to be taught, in selecting methods of teaching and techniques to be used, and evaluate the results of teaching and learning. Therefore, philosophy of education is the criticism of the general theory of education. Number 2, it consists of critical evaluation and systematic reflection upon general theories. Third, it is a synthesis of educational facts with educational values. Okay, to conclude, in brief, it is a philosophical process of solving educational problems through the philosophical method, from a philosophical attitude to arrive at philosophical conclusions and results. Thus, it aims at achieving general as well as comprehensive results. Okay, and that is my report. God bless us all. And this is Arlene Katagman. Thank you for listening. God bless us all.